everybody, and welcome back to the Blu Ray Hunter. I'm the Blu Ray Hunter, Jonathan Moody, and we've got a fun show for you guys. As usual, I am back to doing Blu Ray Hunter reviews, which I have not done in a little bit of time. But decided this would be the perfect time because I just watched Wait Until Dark, a Warner Brothers archive film that I could not wait to watch. I did not wait until dark to watch it. I should have. Now that I'm like thinking about it, should have waited until dark. No, I watched it during the day, and I mean it was so much fun. This was a great movie. I'm actually thinking about if Paul doesn't do it for Film Freak sometime, which I don't think he will. I don't think this is on his list. It should be on his list. I watched it and I was blown away by it. But I do plan to do it on Film Freaks at some point. I was almost tempted not to do this review, but I knew that uh I would have at least a year or two before I actually do it. There's a lot of other ones I want to do before then, but I wanted to talk about this so I could just get this off my chest. Obviously, a lot of these things are like quick reviews, so very quick reviews. So I'm just gonna go sort of into the story. All right. So this movie, by the way, is about Audrey Hepburn being she got she became blind like a year before all of this. And so she's still sort of learning how to handle being blind. She's going to blind school. She's very proud of herself. And her husband is getting off a plane and meets this girl who has a doll, and she claims this woman gives the doll to this gentleman that she doesn't know and says, "Can you please keep this?" And she gives, a number to reach her and said, she'll be back in touch with him and stuff. And so he takes the doll. I don't know why anybody would agree to that. Nowadays, you definitely wouldn't, especially at an airport, when you don't know somebody. I mean, I don't care if the doll is whatever. I mean, um, so apparently the doll has heroin in it, and it's very important for this one guy. And he, played by Alan Arkin, sort of has the girl who left the doll uh call some guys up because the doll ends up missing at the guy's house. They don't know where it went. It just disappeared. She didn't take it. He didn't take it. Nobody took it. Really, well, find out what happened to it later in the movie. I don't know if I even want to do some spoilers for it uh it because it's such a great movie. If you haven't seen it, I really don't want you to get ruined about it. I went in blind. The only thing, oh, no pun intended. Um, the only uh, the only thing I remember, like, because I read the IMDb thing, and it did say that the woman died, that the lady who left the doll died or was killed or whatever. So, like, that is in that's in the storyline, so it's not really a spoiler. But aside from that, basically these guys, and I'm gonna be careful as much spoiler as I can because I'm not gonna tell you the ending. I'm not gonna tell you any big twists and turns really, but except for the fact that and this is not really a big twist and turn, but so these two criminals work with this other guy, and at first he does not want to, like, or they don't want to work with him because they don't know him. This guy just kind of shows up and says, all this stuff, and then they know they agree to it. I think it was for 4,000 a piece or something that they were going to do it, and it was either 2,000 or 4,000, something a piece. And they said that they need a little bit of up front, so they asked for 25 a piece, or no, 250 a piece. And they said, they said 100 a piece. So they're gonna get like or something like that, whatever. They're gonna get some money up front to make sure that they don't get, that things don't get weird on it. It's already sort of weird. The whole situation is sort of crazy. And so they're in this they know they can't find the doll. Nobody can find the doll. So they're just looking around for it. And later so they come back when the lady's there and the her husband's been sent somewhere else. So she's basically by herself for the week or weekend or whatever. And Audrey Hepburn, and she is so fucking gorgeous in this movie. Oh my goodness. And I'm pretty sure this is after Breakfast at Tiffany's. She's just absolutely adorable. And she uh I felt so bad for her. So there's like a fire due to a cigarette, which who knows like how that even started for her, like how she would have thought that even started. She doesn't smoke and doesn't even like the smell of smoke. So all of a sudden this man comes to the door to talk to her husband, and it's the criminal. And it turns out that I guess he started this stuff and whatever, and so he puts out the fire, and he starts telling her who he is and how he's connected to the husband and stuff like that. And then there's all this craziness happening. And then he says he's gonna call the cops, but instead he calls his friend at a payphone across the street, the one of the criminals. The criminal pretends to be a cop, calls himself Sergeant. I don't remember anything specific about the sergeant as being like if he was part of a police force at some point. I'm gonna guess he was part of the police force at one point, and then he left and became a criminal, or he was a criminal and then, whatever. That kind of thing. So anyway, he he doesn't like being called sergeant, apparently. When the guy keeps calling him the Alan Arkin's character keeps calling him sergeant. By the way, Alan Arkin's in the movie, Audrey Hepburn's in the movie, and so is Richard Crenna from the Rambo movies. And he's the guy who plays the Mike Tallman. And the crazy thing is, I don't know if any of these are their real names or if they're using, criminal names or something, fake names. I'm thinking that it's their real name. And so I like at first I was like wondering why doesn't she just, you know, um give them the doll if she finds it, just give them the doll, right? But the problem is that she now knows their name and I don't know. There's just so much potential catastrophe from just handing over the doll. So there's a lot that goes into it. I do not want to spoil the rest. You have to see it. You have to watch it. It is so freaking good. It is so suspenseful. There's some great scenes that make you like kind of worried, and a couple times you yourself are blind in the movie. And while you're watching it, and you're not that you're seeing anything, you're not seeing anything, and it's so well done that it just blew my mind that this movie that I hadn't really heard of. So I follow this guy on YouTube. As if you're following me, you might follow him too, the Cobwebs channel. And the Cobwebs channel talks about older movies, and he does reviews and or like he talks about what he's watched and stuff like that. And he was talking about Warner Archives, and Warner Archives are the people who put this out. And he was giving his like 80, no, I think it was 80 Warner Archives things. I've written them all down. I'm going to start buying them because this is actually from based on his thing, his recommendation. I bought this. Having not seen it, I mean a lot of these I had no idea if it'll be any good. This one was great. There are some that he said wasn't that great or something. All right, I should be back. Yes, I'm back. Sorry about that. Uh, you were deaf for 2 seconds. This thing got muted. I do not know how to like throw this somewhere where I don't accidentally step on it. Um, so yeah, so all of this crazy stuff happened, and poor Audrey Hepburn is in the middle of it, and it is just fantastic. It's great. Cobweb Channels recommended it, so I definitely would recommend checking out their channel. So thank you for recommending this. It also has a Take a Look in the Dark as Alan Arkin and producer Mel Ferrer reminisce about the making of the film, a theatrical trailer, and a warning trailer. So that's awesome. I always love Warner Archives because they do a great job with special features and stuff. So. All right. Well, I think that's about it. I don't, like I said, I want this to be a quick review. I don't want this to go on too long, but I do want to share my love for this movie and how much I think everybody should go out and buy it on Blu-ray. Go ahead, buy it. I got it for like 20 bucks on eBay. I mean, it's definitely worth it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll talk to you later. Bye.